It's currently 1 a.m. on Friday night. It is February 6th, 2026. I'm sitting in my Dodge Charger alone, eating a slice of pizza. Not really where I want to be right now in life. Not really a fan of this fuck-ass car.
All right, guys, today is a very big day, very long anticipated day for me. I've been waiting about 2 to 3 years to get this car. Today is finally the day that I'm picking up my dream car. As you guys might know, over the past 2 to 3 months, I've been documenting my trading journey and basically all the payouts that I've been getting. And I set a goal to get $100,000 in trading payouts before the month of July. And July is about to be over. Today is July 27th. I've gotten about $150,000 in prop firm payouts since the start of that challenge. I have a very large amount of individual payouts, so I'm gonna scatter them across the screen just so you guys can see that I'm not capping. I also have them fully proved with all my spending and everything in my other YouTube videos, so you guys can check those out. And as a little added bonus, I'm going to be requesting about $2,500 for my Top Step Live account today and $2,000 for my Lucid account, as well as a $4,000 payout for my MyFunded Futures Pro account tomorrow, putting us at about 35K in payouts for the month of July. Anyways, this has already been an absolutely great day with trading. I smacked for about a 1 to 2R, and it's about to get a whole lot better. So let's go to the dealership and check out the car.
We're at Paul Miller BMW. You can't fucking see shit. So I'm behind it right now, but it's over there. Oh, that bitch is heat. GT3 RS. This is the fucking car, boys. This is what we got. All right, boys, we got the fucking whip. This shit is hard as fuck. 2026 BMW M4 competition X-Drive, brand new, and fucking new, straight from Germany, straight out of the factory. This shit is fucking sick. The inside is actually beautiful. You got this big ass display, and then you got all this fucking ambient lighting. Totally worth 100 grand.
I'm gonna give you guys a quick car tour. This is the car. It's 2026 M4 competition X-Drive. Got it fresh off the lot. Basically 0 miles. Paid around 100 grand all in for this car. After taxes, about 104. Beautiful Alpine white. This is the exact spec I wanted. The CSL taillights, full exterior carbon package, no carbon buckets. So you got this carbon fiber diffuser, exhaust sounds pretty clean to me. Still got the temp tags on. Yeah, let's get into the interior. I think this is what really makes this car stand out compared to, you know, any American car and other BMWs. You see we got this lighting trim. It's pretty sick. Got this awesome carbon fiber steering wheel with the 2 selectors. I don't really know what these do yet. I have a lot to learn about this car, mostly because I just got it. But yeah, we got this electronic extended dash. Yeah, we got this pretty sick extended screen here. Got all these settings. We got a personal assistant, which is crazy. I don't know how to use that. We got a personal assistant in the whip. These are different colors. We got blue. This is kind of hard. I personally really like the flamingo. I think this is tough as shit. Rose. This isn't bad. I honestly wish there were more colors, but you know, I'll take it.
Handouts, man, it's getting out of hand.
I wish you guys could see how cool this thing looks in person. It's so insane. The video honestly doesn't know justice, but you know, it still looks good on camera, but this thing looks so mean in person. All right, so now that you guys have seen the car, I'm basically gonna spend the second half of this video kind of talking about how I was able to afford a car like this, $100,000 car at such a young age, purely from day trading. If you guys have been following me for a while, you know that I don't sell a course. Documented every single payout that I've gotten, so I don't want any accusations of LARP or daddy's money or any of that bullshit. But yeah, let's get into your guys' questions. I hope I can provide some valuable information for you guys. So the first question, this one's actually about the car. Lawrence asked, did you buy the M4 cash or finance? So I might get some hate for this, but I did actually finance a portion of this car just because I am young and I want to build my credit. So I ended up putting around, I think it was $65,000 to $70,000 down, and I financed about $30,000. So next up we got entry model or the whole model. So I'm guessing you're asking about my strategy. So I follow a very simple entry model. I've spoken about it in my other YouTube videos, but basically all that I use is mean reversion combined with OTE. So essentially what that means is mean reversion, I'm looking to take price back to whatever I believe the fair price is. Usually that's whatever the price that market opened at is at, and whatever the price was before news opened. For example, today it is currently August 7th. And we had news, and I took a short all the way back down to pre-news price off of an OTE level that I'd marked out. You can go to my other YouTube videos. I talk about it all the time, but that's basically my whole entry model. I don't use a bunch of crazy complicated concepts. I like to keep it very simple and just keep it to the point, because I believe that risk management is truly what makes or breaks your trading, especially with prop firms. All right, next up we got, how do you trade all your funded accounts if you're not copy trading? So this might sound like a shock to a lot of people, but I don't actually copy trade my accounts, and I've been able to be very successful off of that. So I know a lot of you guys use like TradeCopia, TradeSyncer. I used to be on that too. I used to copy trade 5 Lucid Flexes, 5 Top Steps all together. And it would work here and there, but at the end of the day, it just wasn't for me, because I did have a psych problem at the time, and I would revenge trade a lot. And when you're copy trading, 5 to 10 accounts, you revenge trade and you end up blowing all of them, which sucks. So I started trading my accounts individually, just because, majority of the days, even if it's a losing day, I'll lose on 6 accounts, but I'll win on 4 accounts. So I can end the day, somewhat happy. I'm not like, oh, I took a full loss today. I'm just pissed off. So that's what I really like about prop firms, to be honest, the fact that I can have a bunch of accounts and I can take a bunch of entries, because I don't really like to trade once a day. My entry model presents itself a lot, because the majority of the time, I'm literally just looking to enter back to pre-market open price or pre-news price, which price fluctuates around a lot. And that's a big draw in liquidity that I would add to my arsenal if I were you guys. Use fair price as a draw in liquidity. I know a lot of you guys use session highs and lows, but if you were to add pre-market open price as a draw, like when, at market open, price displaces upwards or downwards using the price that essentially market open that, you will see that a majority of the time price will go back to that level. Okay, so someone asked me, was buying this car a smart financial decision? And I can tell you right now that it was not. Like, full transparency, this was not a smart financial decision. Buying a $100,000 car, when personally I have about like $250,000 to $300,000 in liquid cash. So I did spend a good chunk of my net worth on this car, but I would say that it was worth it, just because, I'm a huge car guy. I don't really care to flex this thing to anyone. Like, I'm not the type of person that's gonna go flaunt my wealth to other people. I would never do that. I bought this car because I fucking love M4s, and it's, been my dream car for the past like 3 years. And I've been watching videos on this car. I've been speccing this thing out on the BMW website for the last like 2 years, just wondering when I'm going to be able to buy this thing from trading. And the day finally came. I was able to buy it, and I love it so much, and it's awesome, and I have so much fun driving it. Someone asked me, do your parents support what you do? So like I told you guys before, my parents are very traditional. They both, went through college, ended up getting 9-to-5 jobs. They're not really like immersed in the era of making money online, which is honestly fair. They didn't grow up that way, so they don't think it's really possible. And they think, a lot of it's a scam. Even though I've shown them the money that I've made, they still do kind of think it's gambling, even though I've established a profitable system. But if I was to give you guys one piece of advice, is if your parents don't support what you do, just keep doing it. They don't really at the end of the day, your parents do want the best for you, but they don't understand these things the way that you might understand it. Like, for example, with me, there have been so many times in college where I was down to my last dollar, where I literally went broke. There was one time, I think it was sophomore year of college, my bank account literally went into overdraft, and I had to pay overdraft fees because I was buying too many evaluation accounts. And my dad had my bank account, and he got notifications that my bank account was going into overdraft, and he had to send me money just to get my bank account back to zero. I don't think you guys understand how embarrassing that is until it actually happens to you. Like, the fact that my dad had to call me and say, where the fuck is all your money going? And I had to tell him that I was trying to make money trading on prop firms. That was honestly one of the lowest points in my life. This was 2 years ago now. And I'm so glad that I stuck to it and I didn't give up, because a majority of people would have given up in that moment. A majority of people would have lost every single dollar in their bank account and had to have their parents send them money just to get back to zero in their bank account. You know, a majority of people would quit after that happens. And I don't know how I didn't, but I had this drive in me that made me realize that I was worth so much more and I was meant for so much more than just being another one of these college kids that's gonna go work a 9 to 5.
All right, so I actually have to leave this spot because I don't know if you guys could hear in the video, but I heard fucking yelling coming from that forest over there in this parking lot I'm in. So I'm out of here, but I might as well show you guys the interior while I'm at it. I got the pink ambient lighting on right now, and it looks so crazy at night. Look at that, the dash. That right there. I thought it would be a little bit more. I thought there'd be lights like going across the top and the glove box, but I think this is honestly perfect. Too much lighting doesn't really look that good.
All right, so I switched locations, but we only got a few more questions. Someone asked me, how much money did you actually start trading with? So I started trading my freshman year of college. I had $300 cash to my name. I didn't even have a bank account because my parents never opened me one. So I took that cash, went to Chase Bank, deposited all of it into a checking account, started trading options with it. I ended up making a bunch of money, losing a bunch of money. But at the end of the day, I started with $300 with basically no help from my parents. I made some money playing poker freshman year of college. And then I started, investing that into funded accounts, which is when I really started growing my capital. So yeah, in about 3 years, I've turned around $300 into over 200K from trading alone. But yeah, I'm still processing this, even though it's been like a week since I purchased the car. It feels so insane. And it's honestly crazy because I've been manifesting this for the past like 2 years. And I still remember this one day, like 2.5 years ago, that I was driving my car down the road with my friends. And this M4, it was G82, pulled up right next to me, started revving this fucking engine, sounded loud as shit. And it literally just got me, flew right past me. I was like, wow, I need that car one day. That car is sick. And I couldn't really afford it at the time because I was doing pretty shit with trading. But, come to this day, I am the proud owner of an M4 competition. So yeah, I did end July with about $30,000 in prop firm payouts. Put screenshots of all of them right here so you guys can see that I'm not lying. And in every single one of my monthly recap videos, I go over how much I spent on accounts and I show proof of all my payouts. So if you guys don't believe that I bought this car fully from trading, you can go to those videos and check them out. And you can see basically, refreshes, logins, all that stuff about how much I made in payouts versus how much I spent on prop firms. I bought this car 100% from prop firms. I will not take any accusations of course selling or daddy's money because I have sold 0 courses in my lifetime, even though I might plan on launching a one-on-one mentorship soon, just because a lot of people are asking to learn from me. But, unlike a lot of creators in the space, I never sold a mentorship before this, and I bought this car fully off of prop firm payouts. So now that I've established a very profitable system that's consistently making me $30,000 a month, I am going to be giving you guys a bunch of free sauce just because I can take some of my, psychological capacities off of trading. The reason I wasn't posting as much content before, like trade recaps, YouTube videos, just because I was putting 100% of my brain and my time into developing my trading strategy. But it's pretty much fully finished and it's been printing for me. And it's a very mechanical system that I know is going to last another 2 to 3 years. I'm going to consistently make $30,000 to $40,000 a month using it on prop firms. And I'm going to be giving you guys as much possible free sauce as I can. And I'm also going to be taking on some, one-on-one students. Now that I've shown you guys that, you can make this kind of money through trading without selling a mentorship or anything. Obviously it's good money for me teaching people, but if I can make people profitable while I'm doing that, that would mean the world to me. I already did take 2 of my very close friends on as students, and they've both gotten over $20,000 in payouts over the course of like 2 months. And, I barely made them pay me since they're close friends. Yeah, that's pretty much all. I hope you guys either learned something from this video or were at least entertained, because that's really the only reason I make these. I don't care about converting you guys into customers or anything. That's not my intention at all. I just want to make some videos to entertain you guys and show you guys that it's possible to buy something like this off of day trading alone. So if you enjoyed, please subscribe. I'm still trying to grow this channel. I'm only at like 300 subscribers. I'm honestly pretty small just because I don't really put that much effort into content. But if you guys want a bunch of educational video to hopefully eventually become, just as profitable as I am, make sure to subscribe because I'm going to be dropping so much educational content for you guys. And also make sure to follow my Instagram, which is at RONZ. Be sure to follow me there because that's where I'm going to be posting a majority of my content. But anyways, that's all for this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.